Hello and welcome to the Rangers Journal. My name is Kai Watson and welcome to episode 9 of the series 5 players Rangers could sign. The winner of the last poll was Uruguay. This will be the last episode doing South America because it was actually pretty tough getting the players together because most of the league seasons have just started. So I managed to come across some really interesting players, and again a massive shout out to Football Spy who gave me the assist on this one. Helped me kind of get more of a gauge on the actual style of play of some of the players, and also recommended some players for me to have a look at. So thank you for that. I'll leave the link down in the description below, so please check them out. Lots of great content, especially if you're into South American football. So starting off, the first player we're going to look at is Damian Garcia. 20-year-old Uruguayan, plays as a 6, 5'10", plays for Penarol, and he's valued at 1.2 million. In 5 appearances this season, he's got 87% pass accuracy, 75% long ball accuracy, and 2.4 per game. 0.6 key passes, 5.2 interceptions, 13 recoveries per game. Obviously, it's only 5 games in, but 13 recoveries, averaging over 5 games, is still tremendously high. And 52% duels won on 6.6 per game. The numbers are good, the defensive numbers are really good there, and the notes I have for Damian Garcia just state how he's technically sound. There's a very good engine, helps to cover a lot of ground. Again, strong in the duels, as you can see by the percentage he wins and also the number per game. It's a good progressive passer. The only thing he needs to work on is his defensive position in transitions, which again he's only 20, so that's something that can easily be worked on. He just kind of fits the mould of John Lundstrom, and he's a very good passer. He keeps the ball moving, likes to progressive play, and he's very good in duels. So I think if you're looking at, again, the replacement if John Lundstrom goes, looking at the player trading model, players like this who have also impressed like at an international level, it's really impressive for Uruguay under 20s and their tremendous World Cup performance. So looking at players like this, definitely where profit could be made. It's probably more likely to stay in South America, but it seems to be a market we've been looking in. Obviously, looking at like Cortez, who apparently was scouted before he came. Oscar Zambrano was linked. We've been linked with John Arias, John Kennedy. So we've been linked with players from that area. Also Lucas Langoni, who's the winger that plays for Pocket Juniors. Linked with plenty of players from South America in the summer. So if it is a possibility, I think Damian Garcia is a great option for that number 6 spot. Then we'll just continue straight on with that trend. Facundo Bernal, again 20-year-old Uruguayan, number 6, bit taller than Garcia at 6'2". Plays for Defensor Sporting, and transfer market having value currently at 700k. So looking at his stats, in 6 appearances he's got 1 assist, 84% pass accuracy, 57% long ball accuracy and 3.3 per game. 0.3 key passes, get 80% dribble success and just under 1 per game. Gets fouled 1.3 times. 4.2 interceptions, 8.7 recoveries, wins 40% of duels and 6.3 per game, and he's very dominant in the air, wins 73% of his aerial duels. Again, the defensive numbers are good, the passing numbers are good, the dribbling numbers are a bit better. He's a good ball carrier, he obviously gets fouled over 1 time a game. Shows he kind of tries to get the ball up the pitch. And the notes for Bernal just say he's a physically imposing DM, 6'2", and with kind of those defensive numbers, I think that's pretty obvious. Very good passing range, again covers a lot of ground, the same as Garcia. Strong ball carrier, you can see from the dribble success and the amount of times he's fouled. And the thing that he needs to work on is that final creative pass. So if he's going to be the player that drives forward, it's just that final ball he needs to work on. Just getting the kind of key passes and chances created up per game and getting more assists. But if we're going to play him as a 6, his passing's great for that position. Great short passing, great long passing. So he fits the mould of a John Lundstrom replacement, and that he can keep the ball moving, progressive play, and he's good in duels. Moving forward a bit, we're going to look at Anderson Duarte. Again, another 20-year-old, obviously Uruguayan. He's a left winger, he's 5'9", again plays for Defensor Sporting. Transfer market currently having valued at 2.2 million. So in 5 appearances so far this season, he scored 2 goals, 73% pass accuracy, 0.2 key passes, incredible 87% dribble success and 4 successful dribbles per game. Again, fell 1.4 times. 2.8 interceptions, 5.8 recoveries, wins 48% of duels and 9.4 per game, and again for a winger that's 5'9", he wins 58% of aerial duels. Just going into the notes on Duarte, great dribbler, as you can tell by those numbers, 87% success and 4 successful attempts per game, just shows the kind of usage that he has and how much he loves driving forward. Brilliant ball carrier, again, as the numbers suggest. He's not blessed with that natural burst of pace of the likes of Matondo or Asima. He's still quick, still very agile, great balance, good at beating defenders. Technically gifted, good at shooting from distance. The conversion rate's not quite there yet, so he does is a bit of a volume shooter, so he probably needs to work on that. On ball ability, I think it's good enough to step up a level. He's obviously shown that he can beat defenders at that level, so it's be good to see if he can take the step up and he's still as effective when he gets on the ball. Again, just needs to work on that selfishness. You can see the 0.2 key passes is really low for a winger. Can obviously tell that he's shoot first, he likes to try and get his own shot away. He's got the technical ability to be a creator. He just needs to work on that decision making to stop taking the shot when it's not always on and it's not the best option and just pass it off to a teammate. But again, he's a 20-year-old that's looking to impress. He was another one that impressed at the Under 20 World Cup. Kind of shows the ball carrying ability, the ability on the ball, ability to beat defenders. He just needs to work on being less selfish, and I think he could be a brilliant option to bring in for the wing. Of all the players in the video, this one's probably the most unrealistic, but just looking at his number, I couldn't not put him in. Leonardo Fernandez, a 25-year-old Uruguayan, plays in the 10. He's 5'5", currently at Penarol and loan from Toluca. Transfer market valued at 6.3 million. In 7 appearances this season, just 6 from the start. Scored 5 goals and got him 1 assist. There's a 22% conversion rate, 121 minutes per goal, 81% pass accuracy, brilliant creator with 3 key passes per game. 76% dribble success, again, is incredible, and 4.1 successful dribbles per game. 1.1 interceptions, 4 recoveries, and 51% duels won, and 9.7 per game. Just looking at Fernandez, he's obviously an incredible dribbler again, 4.1 successful dribbles per game and 76% success. Brilliant vision, the 3 key passes he's already got, and the 1 assist, but 3 key passes per game just shows the level of creative ability that he has. He's good at scoring goals, he's good at creating, he's just an all rounder in that 10 position. Excels at finding pockets of space in forward areas, he's really good at dropping into the hole, so he can either drop back to drive forward or just pick up really good spaces inside the box. And he's good at shooting from distance. Again, very technically gifted. You can see that by the dribbling ability, the amount of goals he's scored, and also the creative numbers that he has. An absolutely incredible player. I don't know if he'll stay in Uruguay or if he'll go back to Mexico, but again, he's going to command a high fee. But with the numbers he's putting up, it's no wonder. We see how he does in the Libertadores, which is obviously just started. His performances there will probably dictate the money he'll go for once his loan spell ends. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. But if the money's there and he's not going to break the bank, he's an incredible forward player, and I think he could easily translate into Scottish football in this Rangers team. The last player, again, I said last week, Renato Marquez was probably my favourite player on the list. And again, another young striker is probably the most exciting one for me. So Renzo Machado is 18 years old. He's Uruguayan again, striker, 5'11", plays for Liverpool in Uruguay, and transfer market having valued at 500k. In 6 appearances this season, he scored 2 goals with a 22% conversion rate, 81% pass accuracy, 0.7 key passes per game, and 58% dribble success in 1.2 per game. So Mikado is a poacher with intelligent movement. He's really good at finding space with inside the box. He's got that intelligence that he knows whether to make the run to the front post, move to the back post, kind of stay in the middle. He's just really good at finding space to be able to get shots away. He's physically strong, very good in the air. He's quite aggressive in his play. I don't like comparing players to Morelos, but he's that kind of frame that he'll put himself about, and it's really nice to see, especially from a young striker at that age. Just the type of thing that can only be improved. He's really good at rolling defenders and just holding the ball. He's just a very impressive player overall. Good composure for his age. You can see that from the 22% conversion rate. I think he'll get a lot of goals this season. And again, the more goals he scores, the more that fee's going to go up. So it's the type of deal that Rangers should be looking to get done early and not waiting until the season's over in Uruguay. Again, he's one that we're playing in the Libertadores, so it's worth looking out for to see what happens there. He's still raw. He's 18. He's not going to be the finished product, but he's the type of player I think could come in now. He's good enough to be in the first team. He's not the type of player that gets sent down to the B team. He's good enough to be in and around first team action, and I think he could develop really nicely. I think again it's a great option. Rangers need strikers, We obviously have a few experienced strikers just now. It depends what happens in the summer with the likes of Dessers, Lamos, who's brought in being a striker, he's playing as a striker at Utrecht. So it depends what happens with the strikers we have now. Roof will obviously be leaving, so there's space to bring in strikers in the summer. I think if you bring in someone a bit older with a bit more experience, you can then bring the likes of Machado in and let him learn from those players and just develop really nicely. Because I think he's the type of player that has the ability and all the tools to go all the way to the top. So I think anywhere around a couple of million mark would be an absolute bargain, and the type of fee would definitely be able to recoup in the future. And that's that for this week. So again, I just want to say a massive thank you for watching episode 9 in the series 5 players Rangers could sign. There's not going to be a poll this week because I'm going to do a special for the 10th episode. I'm going to look at 5 players I think Rangers should be looking at signing from the Scottish Premiership. Should be an interesting one. Might be some controversial picks in there, but I'd implore you to please look out for it. That'll be out next Friday. But don't forget, tonight the lads will be on live, 7:30. Don't forget to check it out. Like and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Thank you for watching and have a great day.